So now we will create function to generate the expression for our game. So I just create again the static class, but now it's public, so everyone can see it in the code, and it will be called get expression, and it will return the expression. Okay, so first of all, I just in this function initialize the expression, and after that I will set the values of my created object expression to number 1 and expression number 2 to self get random. So now when I and on the end of the expression I have to return the expression to. So now when I call this self get random, it will generate the random numbers and it will return these two values, and these two values will be passed into the object expression to number 1 variable and the number 2 variable of the class expression. Okay, so now we have to generate some random sign. Okay, so we will make some function to get a plus or division or multiplication or minus. So we have to generate some randomness in our expressions. So I will make this function in the enum because this is the new functionality of the suite. So it is good to use it in the enum. So first of all, I will just make static function. So and the static is same like a class, but static is for the enums. So now I make again the get random function, and it returns the sign. So and I just make some simple logic to generate the randomness. So I just use the random, and I use this function to generate the random number from 0 to 3, and now I just make the switch, and it will be compared the random number. So if I get 0, it will be return plus. If I get 1, I will be return the minus, and so on and so on. So for the first case, if it's a 0, return sign plus. If it's 1, return sign minus. If it's 2, return sign division, and if it's 3, return sign multiplication. And it's good to use some default values, so I will return just plus if some error will be occur or something, if our random function will generate some other value than the 0 to 3, but it never happened. But it is good to have some default value because you will aware from the errors, so it's good to use. And this is it. This is the simple function to generate some random sign. So now I can use this expression and generate the sign for my expression. So I will call function sign and get random. So now I will pass to the class, to the object variable, the sign get random, which will generate the random sign. So this is it. And the last what we need to do is the simple we have to count the result of the expression. So we have to take the number 1 and the sign and number 2 and just make some operation and return the result. So again, I will make this function in the enum. So it will be again the static function. So and I just call it count result, and it takes argument number 1, and it's int, number 2 it's int, and sign it's a sign, and it returns int. So I will make again the simple switch. So and it will take the sign parameter. Okay. So and now in the case I just write plus. So if it is a plus, I return number 1 plus number 2. Well, why I get less. Okay. So next minus, and I return the number 1 minus number 2. After that, for the division, by getting this point, so number 1 divided by number 2, and case multiplication, return number 1, number 2. Well, I am getting some error here, but now I have no errors, so I just try to compile. Okay, so it's all okay. Just Xcode are bugged. So this will create some result for our random generated numbers. So I again call the expression, and I will pass the result value of my object this. So I call on the sign enum the static function count result, and I will pass the expression number 1, expression number 2, and the sign, so expression sign. Okay, so this is the simple way how to generate the random expression. Okay, so now, because in our code, in our game, you will choose from the 3 options of results, and only one will be correct. We have to make some function to generate the random results. So we will make some function to generate the wrong result. So it will be again a class function. So and I will call it generate wrong results, and it will be take result, what will be the correct result. It will be int, and count, it is just how many wrong results I want to generate, and it will return the array of ints. So this is it, and now what I have to do, I will make variable for the boolean type. So I will create a generated and I will set to false, and I have to make some array, mutable array for the numbers, so I will make array random numbers. Okay, and now I have to make some while, so while the numbers not generated, I will just generate again and again a new number. Okay, and after that I will just return the random numbers. Okay, so what? Oh, okay, we're gonna execute this error and warning, not error, warning. So, and now in the while we just make some simple code. So I will just make some random number. So I will use the same code as before. So it will be generated some random result from 0 to 9. And if I have to compare if generated random number is different from the result, what would mean the correct result? Okay, if it's different, so it is okay. So I have make some code, because if they are same, it's not necessary to have two correct answers. So I have to make this. So I just make variable unused and set it to true. So now if I get the random number that is not the same as result, I have to compare to the others random numbers in my array. So I have to check if my generated number is not contain the random numbers. Okay, so I will prevent the duplicity in my random numbers array. So I will just make for each. So I will take number from random numbers, and I will check if it's different than other values in the random number array. So if my number in random numbers is same as random, which is my generated random, I will just set the unused to false, and I will just break the for, because we don't need check other values because we found the same value. But after this for, if is unused still true, it means I didn't found some same value in the random numbers array. So I just added the generated random number to my array. So I just append the random number. Well, why I didn't get random into sense? Okay, just another is code back. And after all, in the while function, I would just on the end of every iteration, I will just check if the random numbers count, which means how many values is in array. I will check if it's the same as count, and if it's same as count, so I got now the number of random numbers what I want to generate. So I just set the generate to true, and if I set the generate to the true, it means the while will end. So I just generate the count, the number of needed wrong results, and after that I just can return the random numbers array. So I think this is all in the expression class. So that's all. And next time we will create some game object for our game logic. Okay. So bye.